Welcome to Something to Talk About.
Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco, and I got a character video for you. We're talking about Mychel Redfort, and I am absolutely pumped. Mostly because I just filmed like a bunch of 40-minute videos for last week, and this video is super tiny, so I'm really excited. If you don't know what's going on, that's what's going on. Pause this, read the spoilers for the books and possibly the show, and even one chapter that takes place during the Winds of Winter sample chapter, so even spoilers for that. So yeah, Mychel Redfort, just a little knight, one of them knighty guys over in the Vale. I thought there was more about this, more for this character when I wrote him down. I did. I thought we had words from him. We don't. I have no dialogue to give you guys. I have other characters' dialogue. He's literally just talked about by people who were talking to Mya Stone and seen in the background once. So let's get into it. Pretty excited. Cover a smaller character. Mychel Redfort. We're going with Mychel. Should it be Mitchell? I don't really like Mitchell. I'm going to go with Mychel. Mychel Redfort was a member of House Redfort, the youngest son of Horton Redfort, good name, Horton, behind it Jasper, Creighton, and John. So those are his three older brothers. He is the squire to Lyn Corbray, hardcore person to be a squire for. And Mychel is considered one of the best young swordsmen in the Vale. He is very gallant, and Mya Stone is madly in love with him. And we don't get anything from his point of view, but it is safe to say he's madly in love with Mya, but we don't know that. We really don't. Maybe he's a dirtbag and he doesn't care about her, or maybe he loves her too. This is like the entire thing we're talking about is going to be his relationship with Mya. That's like the whole thing. House Redfort of Redfort is one of the principal noble houses in the Vale of Arryn, according to the Citadel. So this is semi-canon words, but according to the website, their words are as strong as stone, which I think works. That's some pretty cool words for House Redfort. It's red as stone. The House Redfort's, House Redfort. I don't know why I said S, maybe just the Redforts, but then I added house in front. I don't know. House of Redfort traces their descent to the first men of that inhabited the Vale before the coming of the Andals. The Redforts, allied with Robar II Royce, High King of the Vale, the Fingers, and the Mountains of the Moon. Man, you guys really got to just go with the Mountains and the Vale. Like, these guys are kings of the Vale, the Fingers, and the Mountains of the Moon. That's too many ands. Against the Andals, Robar was defeated in the Battle of Seven Stars. However, Torgold Tullet chopped off Lord Redfort's arm during the battle. That's hardcore. The Redforts submitted it to Artis the First Arryn, and it then served House Arryn, the Kings of the Mountain and the Vale. See, that's how you say it, the Kings of the Mountain and the Vale. You don't have to add the fingers in there. Ooh, that came out wrong. You don't have to just shove the fingers in there. Moving on. Adrian Redfort was a member of Rhaenyra Targaryen's Kingsguard, and Jocelyn Redfort was a dear companion, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, of a Lady Jane Arryn, the Lady of Erie, and Lady Jane died in Jessamyn's arms in 134 AC. That's sad. Moving on. All right, early life and early love. Roose Bolton's son, Domeric Bolton, yeah, you didn't think I was going to talk about him, squired for 3 years with the Redforts. That's nuts. Lord Horton Redfort apparently had a high opinion of Domeric, thinking the lad had the makings of a tourney champion. Domeric had enjoyed the company of Horton's sons and came to regard them with a brotherly affection. That's this guy, Mychel Redfort and Jasper and Creighton and John. I can't believe I pulled all those just now. They all just love this Domeric Bolton. Why did Roose and or Ramsay have to kill him. Rough. All right. They loved him like a brother. These guys would have been like this very Ned, right? Like, because they're in the Vale. It's not an Aaron, but they're like fostered, loving each other in the Vale. But no, Roose and or Ramsay had to ruin it. When Mya Stone is leading Catelyn Stark up the path up to the Eyrie, they talk about the bastard girl's love. She first mentions that Mychel says her father must have been a goat. So yeah, Mya Stone just kind of brings him up, right? She's just like, she's like, oh, you're walking really good. Yeah, Mychel says my father must have been a goat. Like Catelyn doesn't know who this Mychel is yet, right? And then also says that when they're walking in the dark and they are not using torches, Mya Stone says that Mychel says she has the eyes of an owl. So Catelyn finally is like, Mychel? Who's this Mychel? You keep mentioning him. She says, Mychel is my love. Mychel Redfort. He's squire to Ser Lyn Corbray. We're to wed as soon as he becomes a knight. Next year or the year after. Catelyn smiles, but thinks how the Redforts were an old name in the Vale with the blood of the first men in their veins. His love she might be, but no Redfort will ever wed a bastard. And that his family would arrange a more suitable match for him to a Corbray, a Waynwood, or a Royce, or perhaps the daughter of some greater house in the Vale. And if Mychel Redfort laid with this girl at all, it would be on the wrong side of the sheet. So sad that Catelyn's completely right. Even though he's the fourth son, you think that they can kind of marry whoever they want. Like, dude, I'm not going to be head of the house. I might. I mean, we have a war coming, but yeah, it's kind of sad how Catelyn like calls it. She's like, yeah, you're not really going to be anything but like a bang. I'm sorry. And yeah, that sucks. So the Gossip Girls, much later. So now we're with Sansa walking up to the Eyrie, right? And yeah, so this is multiple books later. Much later when Elaine Stone, aka Sansa, is headed down the Eyrie, not up, I apologize, down the Eyrie, down to the Gates of the Moon with Miranda Royce, Sweet Robin, and Mya Stone. Her and Randa gossip. So I did cover Randa Royce it's one of my better episodes, probably. It's like the first or second video, probably second video I filmed in this house when I moved. And I'm really proud of that video. So if you want to hear this conversation pretty much completely intact and know everything what's going on around the scene, go watch my Randa Royce video. I'm very proud of it. All right. So Randa asks Sansa if she knows that Mya isn't a maid, and Sansa says that she heard it from the servant named Fat Maddie at the Eyrie. And this is Randa talking. Of course she did. She has a mouth as big as her thighs, and her thighs are enormous. Mychel Redfort, that one. He used to be Lyn Corbray's squire, a real squire, not like the loutish lad Ser Lyn's got squiring for him now. He only took that one on for coin, they say. Mychel was the best young swordsman in the Vale, a gallant, so poor Mya thought, till he wed one of Bronze Yon's daughters. Lord Horton gave him no choice in the matter, I'm sure, but it was still a cruel thing to do to Mya. Sansa goes on to tell Randa that Luthor Bruin has a thing for her. It's not a video for Mya. I covered Mya forever ago before I put as much detail in as I do now. But yeah, I don't know. Go watch that. Maybe it holds up. I haven't watched it in a long time. But yeah, so I'm not going to cover that. But yeah, that's where we find out via Miranda Royce, Randa, call me Randa. She tells Elaine, aka Sansa, that not only is Mychel now a knight, but he's married to one of Bronze Yon's daughters. So yeah, pretty sad. Brotherhood of the Winged Knights. Spoilers. So this is all in the Windsor Winter sample chapter. So if you haven't read that, spoilers, but also keep in mind that book has not been published. This is a sample chapter. So anything I'm saying in here might change. In fact, this whole chapter might get omitted. We don't know how it's going. We don't know how it's going. Hopefully it's going to be out one day. I'll have a big, long Santa Claus beard. All right. So Mychel arrives at the gates of the moon. That's where this tournament is being held to compete in Lord Robert Arryn, that's Sweet Robin's tourney, for a place in the Brotherhood of Winged Knights. This brotherhood would be an order of 8 guards or knights that will serve Robert Arryn, Sweet Robin, for the next three years. Sorry. Just having Mychel near them puts a scowl on his scorned lover Mya's face. Yeah, one of his mentions is just like Mya Stone comes in to talk to Sansa and Sweet Robin, and she's just mad. Hey, people are coming. Good. And then Sansa's like, yeah, she's mad because Mychel Redfort's here, like, around. So just being in the vicinity is pissing Mya off. Poor Mya. Yeah. So while everyone is arriving, 3 quintains have been set up at the north end of the yard, and some of the competitors were riding at them. Ser Mychel Redfort set 1 quintain spinning with a perfectly placed blow. He is one of the 3 competitors who are wed, according to this. And according to Elaine Stone, he is one of the favorites to win. Yeah, there you go. Told you, super short character. That's all I got. So let's get into kind of some predictions. He will get wings. I absolutely think he will win. So this one was much smaller than I thought it would be, but I assume his part will grow in wins. So I didn't find many posts for Mychel, but I have some thoughts. He will absolutely get a spot in the Brotherhood of Winged Knights for 2 reasons. He is really good, and he is trained by Lyn. That's one. The first one is he's actually really good, and he has a really good possibility of winning, right? 2, he is a perfect hostage for Littlefinger to pick. He is the son of Horton Redfort, who's a member of the Lords Declarant, who are trying to get rid of Littlefinger. And now he's married to the daughter of the most powerful Lord Declarant, and a rival to Littlefinger, Bronze Jan Royce. He is the perfect candidate, not only because he has worthy skill, but because he is a good pick politically. He's a good hostage politically. He's tied to 2 of the Lords Declarant. So there you go. That was the whole video. I hope you guys like a little short one, little Mychel Redfort for you. Man, after Maekar and Amory Lorch, like, oh, I need a break. So 2 little quick ones out for you. Earlier this week was Cohort, so go check that out. And now Mychel Redfort, not very long. So thank you guys for watching. Click like, subscribe, share this to anyone who who is watching a Song of Ice and Fire content and they don't know my stuff yet. Still a really small channel, and I've kind of had a dip lately. And I would love for the word to get out. I'm still doing 2 videos, if not more, each week. So yeah, party on, dudes. Peace.